Alright, so now we're going to create the Automoblox male figure here. Okay, it's important to know that, well, this is just a rough interpretation of this guy. We're not doing uh, it exactly. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is make a 2D sketch for the base here, and we're going to kind of work up towards the head. So we're going to create a base, and then we're going to draw some ellipses on our base here. Use the offset feature to create a smaller ellipse, and then we're going to do what's called a tapered extrusion. All right, and then we're going to kind of slice our graphics here. Okay, so our final Automoblox male will look something hopefully like this. Okay, so you can see it's not exactly like the Automoblox figure, kind of our rough interpretation of it. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and go to Autodesk. Let's go to new standard part. You hit create, start a 2D sketch. Okay, let's grab our rectangle tool here, start at our origin, drag it out to where it is 0.575, hit the tab button by 0.575 inches. Okay, and then hit escape. Let's go ahead and finish sketch. Let's go ahead and extrude this. I believe it tells us a distance of 0.3 inches. Okay. Alright, so now we need to draw an ellipse on this base here. So let's go ahead and click on that surface and start a 2D sketch. And we need to properly center that ellipse. So there's two ways of doing that. One thing I like to do is, it says to use construction lines to center it. So we're going to click on construction line, okay, and then we're going to click on our line, and then, I'm just going to kind of draw a line down here through it. Hit escape. Let's draw one more. Okay. Through it, hit escape, and let's take off our construction line now. Now let's project geometry. Let's do that one and that side. Okay, and now let's dimension it. Okay, we know this length. We know the length of each side to be 0.575. So what we can do is, to center it, we can just go 0.575 divided by 2. Okay, do the same thing for this side. 0.575 divided by 2. And that gives us a nice, perfect center here for us to draw our ellipse on. Okay, hit escape. Okay, now we need to make some lines here before we can draw an ellipse. We need to identify our major and minor axes. So our major axes, came out 0.236, and our minor axes here came up 0.155. Now we need to go over here to our ellipse. So if you don't see it, click on this arrow, ellipse. Then what you need to do is you drag it out, find that green dot on the end there. You've identified the major axes of our ellipse and then the minor axes. And there you go. Alright, now let's delete these lines here that we made, but first we have to, whenever we trim something, we have to get rid of their associated dimensions as well. So click there, delete, click there, delete. Now let's go to our trim, get rid of that, get rid of that. Might as well clean up our construction lines while we're doing it. Let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Extrude. This face, we want a distance of 0.115. Hit OK. Okay, so now what we want to do is start a 2D sketch on this face because we're going to do another ellipse. Okay, and we're going to offset it here, but first we need to project geometry. So we want that ellipse, the outline there, to project on our new drawing. Okay, so then now we want to offset that. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, okay, 0.05. Okay, and let's dimension that and change that there to 0.05. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Now we want to extrude, okay, that face and that face a distance of 0.84 inches. There we go. And then we want to go to more here, and we want to taper it a distance of 10. Okay, and then hit OK. Alright, starting to look more and more like our Automoblox figure. Alright, so some helpful reminders. Please always save while you're working on these. Okay, in case Autodesk crashes or something, you got it backed up and you don't lose all your work. Very important. Okay, so now let's go ahead and click on this face right here and start a 2D sketch. Let's rotate it around here. And we want something called slice graphics. So right here. Now what that's going to do is that's going to take that plane that's on this surface here or this face, and it's going to project it and cut through your object. Aside from saving often, you should also be reading through the assignment here to make sure you're following the instructions, because there's things that I might forget, and you want to make sure you get the most out of the assignment here by reading everything. Okay, so let's look at our 2D sketch here. Alright, so what we're going to do now is create this basic a series of lines here with the following dimensions, and then we're going to cut through and intersect. Okay, and this will give us a nice kind of rounded shape, okay, off the top of our Automoblox figure here. Okay. Alright, so now we want to grab our line tool and we want to make a line right down the middle here. It says to do in our instructions. Find that green dot. That's our center point here. Okay. Go all the way up. Hit escape. Let's pick another line perpendicular to it. In our instructions it says don't worry about the exact dimensions. It's right around in this general area here. Okay. Hit escape. Now I'm going to grab my line tool again and come from this corner up to that corner up to here. Okay. Hit escape, and now I'm going to dimension this to be 1.2. Enter. And then from this side to that side, it's going to be 0.6. Enter. Alright, and then the last thing we need to do, well, one of the last things we need to do to create this sketch is our arc. So we're going to find this corner and that green dot to that corner, zoom in. I'm going to zoom in real far here to see right there. Okay, hit escape. Now I'm going to delete some dimensions here so I can trim these excess lines. Okay, now we want to extrude this, so let's finish our sketch. I'm going to center mine a little better here. Okay, extrude. Now here's the thing, we want to go bisect it and we want to intersect it. Okay, and we want to do a distance to all, and right here, symmetric. Okay, so here to all, and then click on this symmetric one. Okay, hit OK, and now we have that nice kind of smooth rounded off surface here. Alright, so the last thing we need to do here is to create a plane here. And then on this plane, we're going to draw a 2D sketch, center a revolve around this axis to create the Automoblox head. Don't worry about the exact dimensions, just do the best you can, try to be creative, and it will hopefully come out looking pretty good. Alright, so let's come back to Autodesk. So we're going to create a plane now that is a mid-plane between two planes. So we're going to click there. Okay, so we want one between this plane and we want one between that plane. Okay, now let's center it up here. Now you're gonna get a, let's go ahead and click on that, and we're gonna start a new sketch on there. So let's get a construction line on there first because we need it down the middle. So find that green dot, and we're just gonna run the construction line up the middle here. Okay, hit escape, take off your construction line. Now let's zoom in a bit, and we're going to create our Automoblox head here. So let's grab our line tool. Okay, we're going to click right there at the center, come up. This is going to be our center axis here that we're going to revolve around. Okay, hit escape. Now we're going to take our arc, and the best you can, just do this the best you can. So come out, about here. It's like I said, it's do the best you can. There's no exact dimensions. Okay. Okay, now grab our line tool, find the end of that, come down about here, hit escape. Once again, grab our arc tool. Okay, we're gonna find our green dot, click, I don't know, right around there, and there, hit escape, and we just need to connect our profile here to that center line. Okay, hit escape. Now let's delete our construction line. Okay, finish our sketch, revolve around that axis, hit OK, and there you go. And then let's turn off that visibility here. And finally, let's give it a cool green appearance here. No, we don't want green polished. There we go. Alright, go ahead and save your work. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.